Hello, I'm recently suffering from lack of inspiration. Of course, it's because of this stupid and unnecessary guard update. I lost will to play in GOG a bit because of this whole mess. But there are still some topics in game which are worth to cover, and one of them is for sure March capacity and all possible sources of it. Before I start, I'd like to send one kiss to Kosh K55. And now let's go back to March capacity. You know very well that you may win the battle with better March cap even though you have worse stats. Nowadays you also need good guards. Without these, even Esker or Girls no one is able to lose the battle. They are also human beings and they do make mistakes like others. But generally, if you know which guards to add, which troop type, you may win the battle if you simply have better number of your troops. I personally, when I was C26, often was winning the battles with bigger castles because I always knew the best March cap sources and I worked hard on it. And believe me, 2 years ago there was like 5 good sources of March cap. Okay, so first of all I wanted to clarify 25% castle March boost and all boosts in general because some people seem to be still confused. Let's see my March cap. You might check yours in info section on your castle. I have 170,000 plus 254,000. I'll explain these numbers in a bit. If I use 25% March boost, I won't gain 25% of the sum of those numbers, because this green number, 254k, is already a boost. So we have to remember that each boost counts from our base, and C40 base March cap is 170k. So each C40 using 25% of boost gonna gain exactly 42.5k capacity. So now this green number. This is the sum of all our boosts gained in the whole castle saved in our profile. This number may be very impressive, mine, well, not so much. I've recently changed castle for weaker than I used to have. To upgrade this cap for 100k, I'd probably had to spend some good couple hundred. Okay, so here we see my base March is 424 and 950, but when I send March with such base, my March is 533k. That's more for over 100k. Where is this come from? There are two factors increasing this particular March. First is airship. Its boost is not reflected in castle info because it is de facto March boost, not castle boost. So my ship gives me extra 76,366 capacity. Second boost is guards, which lead my March. Because I have Mopo and Lucian maxed, each of them gives me extra 60,000 cap. So when you see the sum of my March, base, castle boosts, airship and guard leaders, you may see the numbers are consistent with my March size. So now I'll explain this green number. Thanks to this, you maybe discover new ways of increasing March cap, or at least you realize clearly where you may work on your March cap the easiest or the cheapest way. Thanks to the numbers, you may also see I don't talk nonsense in here. Now you will be masters of March cap and you will know all possible ways to increase capacity. So first thing is research. I'll divide research onto categories: old, free research and new research. When you click each research you may see how much it gives you. War 1 gives you 40k, War 2 20k, so it's nice 60k. New research, where you need research books. In theory, you may chase them thanks to trolls, but to perform this research completely for free, you would need to chase them for 2 years. In my case, new research gives me 7,750. It's very little. This is my March cap priority. But the max you may have here is 65k. Then, quick topic, talents. In war section you have 3 times 5k, so it's extra 15k. Guards. That was a harsh change. Now 6 out of 8 or our appointed guards give, if maxed, 20 to 25k extra March cap each, and that is a lot. You may have close to extra 150k solely on appointed guards. In my case, it's 136 and 200. Remember, as I already mentioned earlier, guards give extra 32k March cap if maxed as our March leaders. Now gear. If you are lucky and you have full pursuer, runes may give you up to 116, 700 extra capacity. My gear is on low level and I only have extra 19k in here. Next is airship. We used to have one airship ability on March cap, now we have one element, engine. In my case it's humble 76,366 March cap. The best March cap is somewhere around 160k. I was able to quickly locate a player with only level 109. Additionally, each player having the castle level above 30 gains extra 10% of March cap. It's only one time 10%, by the way. You may see this boost in castle info section. So this way you may see clearly all boosts I have, and let's take a look on numbers. So my 254 950 is a sum of old research 60,000, new research 7,750, appointed guards 136 and 200, pursuer gear runs 19,000, and 10% of castle boost for C30+. So as you can see, it checks out, I'm not talking nonsense, and you may perform the same exercise on your own numbers, and you will quickly see what may be upgraded quickly. Another temporary possibilities of upgrading your March cap are standard bearer title, extra 5%, which is 8,500. Temporary relic horn, 15%, which is 25,500. Then colossal march talent, extra 10%, which is 17,000. And at the end, castle boost 25%, which is mentioned already, which is 42,500. Or if you're lucky and you won or you bought 50% boost, then it's extra 85,000. Those temporary numbers are given for C40. There's also extra 2000 March cap from the subscription, but it's not worth to buy it just because of this little boost. So my rough estimate shows, why rough? Because I wasn't able to quickly confirm what's March cap for all 6 appointed guards maxed. So it shows that maxed March capacity is 878,100. Thanks Kiger Kid 12, thanks Hungarianred, and thanks Troll K344 for those numbers. So here you have all the numbers. I won't list them again, you may just save them or take a screenshot. Just an FYI, in Fort, temporary boosts don't work. If it changed, let me know, because they recently changed stuff very often. In Mines, you may simply reset your highest floor result and start from the beginning. Of course, first you need to boost your March as much as you can. Now you know every possible way thanks to this movie. Okay, so that's it. If you find another source of March cap, let me know in comments.